Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Found Purpose. I'm your host, Cortland Fields. Let's get into it. I want to dedicate this episode to the women in my family in honor of Women's History Month, as well as my father. You see, the thing is that my grandmother had 14 children, and she raised all 14 children by herself. And her strength came from the man above. And I reflect on my grandmother because I can't imagine what it was like to grow up through the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s. It had to be hard for a Black woman with 14 children. And my grandma was a nurse at Fort Hamilton. And I think every time I get low, every time I get down, I feel her presence. I feel her telling me to get up. I feel the blood that runs through her veins come through my veins. I didn't grow up having a lot. My mom and dad did the best they could on what they knew how to do. And when I did research on my dad and my mom and their history, and when I did research, I went to their hometown and I looked at what all the obstacles they had to come through, what they had to face. My dad had issues, but guess what? He stuck it out with my mom. He didn't leave. And I have to give him all the respect for that. My mom, 4 children with all that she was dealing with. She was the 3rd out of 14 children. How do you gain love from a single mom that's raising 14 children? It had to be hard. And I watch all my aunts, and I see that the determination and the strength that they have, that blood that runs through their veins, run through my vein. That hustle, that drive, that keeps them going. And I'm so appreciative of what they have done for all of us. And I don't think a lot of my cousins or myself at the time appreciate it. I could see how upset they could be as women, raising some ungrateful children. I know I was ungrateful a little bit, but my mom didn't play that. I believe my mom was the strictest one. Yeah, I would say she was the strictest one. But she had to be. And I look at everything. I think it was the 5th or 6th grade when I burned down our house by accident. Everybody was so upset with me. My mom didn't even beat me. She just looked. God gives, God takes away. And we had to stay in this hotel. It was like a hotel like for hookers and stuff like that. The Red Cross had put us in here. And my mom hated it. I don't think she slept. We had to stay in there for 2 weeks. And she hated it. My dad hated it. My mom never left us. My mom was never on drugs. She did what she had to do. She hustled. For anything that she knew how to do, she did. She never sold her body. She never gave in. She honored her marriage for 54 years. I love my mom. I don't agree with everything that she has done, but I understand. And I do not take anything she did for me for granted. And I say that to say this, and I hope this encourages someone who's going through the struggle, who's going through the fight of their life, who has lost everything. My mom, we lost everything just because of a simple mistake that I did. And Mom, if you listen, I am truly sorry if I never told you. And I'm so proud of you because as I look back, you stepped up like no other woman I know. You did that for us. You got us back in our home. You put a roof over our heads. We didn't have name brand, but you gave us what we needed. Never missed a meal. And I want to say thank you for that. And I'm grateful. And I honor and I respect you a hell of a lot. So here's to any woman or man that's going out there that feels like life is too much and they just want to give up and they want to sell their bodies or do it. No, you don't have to do it. My mom didn't do it. You do not have to do that. You're being tested. You just got to hold out just a little longer. See, when you're important, Satan will test you at any level he can to take everything from you. Now, I was a hard-headed kid, but the one thing I know I had is a praying mother. And I don't know if anyone understands about what happens when a mother prays for her child. I feel like it's a direct connect to God, to the universe. We try not to let my mom say prayers at dinner and stuff like that because it would take like 30 minutes, but I'm just saying. But no, for real. My mom will pray. Anytime any one of me or my cousins, my siblings was going through something, I would see my grandmother and my mom pray. I knew it was going to happen. I knew something was going to happen. Something was going to change. Don't give up on yourself. Know that you are a fighter. I lost everything twice in my life because I was being hard-headed. And today, I am retired from the military. My kids are grown. I'm single. And I'm grateful. Because God has truly blessed me. And sometimes you just don't know. And that's what I'm telling you. It's like, I went through so much that I wanted to take my own life because I thought I was such a fuck up. But you never know who's praying for you. You never know who's rooting for you. You never know who's pulling for you. And I rebelled so many times, and I just know my mom was praying for me. I know my family was praying for me. I know. Because there's no way in hell I could have got through any of it without them. I have my own crib. I have my own car. I pay my own bills. My circle is complete. And when you trust and you have faith and you push through and you find that purpose for yourself, nothing or no one can ever take nothing from you. You may not have it right now, but keep your eyes open. You will receive it. I trust me and believe you will receive it. Just keep on going. Keep doing the right thing. Keep getting yourself help. Keep pulling for yourself. It's going to happen. And maybe you living with someone and you just feel like, oh, I just get out of this place. Stop thinking that you just gotta get it because somebody offered you a roof over your head. I had to stay with my sisters a couple of times and oh gosh. Ugh. Looking back, you know what? If y'all listen to this, I'm sorry too, because I know I was a pain in the neck. So I definitely want to say sorry for that too. But I didn't realize. What's that saying? I was looking a gift horse in the mouth or something like that. You didn't have to open up your home to me. You didn't have to do none of that, but you did. You didn't charge me rent. You told me to get on my feet, replace what I ate. But I was being hard-headed. I wanted to go out and do what I wanted to do. That's temporary. You'll get it back if you lost it. And if you never had it, you will get it back. I promise you'll get it back. Because I had family members that opened their arms up to me when I was down and I was low. I never took advantage of anybody. I never saw any way to hurt anyone. Some people don't even have family they could run to. Some people are actually homeless. And for someone to come into your home and disrespect you and put you down, you don't deserve that. You shouldn't have to tolerate that. Here's my thing. If I open up my home to you, I don't expect you to do nothing, but I just expect you to get back on your feet. Don't take advantage. Most of the time, I don't even charge you rent because I know how hard it is out there. I know what it is to struggle. So I don't want to take advantage of people like that. It's not in my nature. And because I don't do that to people, God rewards me in other ways. You see, when you are a good person and a person comes to your home, I don't care if you're married to them, I don't care if, well, it's probably a little different if you're married, but if y'all in a relationship or whatever, and they come in your home and they try to disrespect you, just remember something, especially if it's a person that you're in love with, and this goes for women and men. Remember, that's your home. You were blessed with your home in your name. Your bills, you pay. Everything you have in it is yours. So if they get up and walk out your life, let them go. Let them go, because guess what? Why would you get upset when the universe intervenes and removes someone who is now homeless? Go stay in a hotel, go stay at an Airbnb. Do whatever you gotta do. But you always remember that is your home. Your circle is complete. Especially if you never took advantage of a person. I've seen my sisters open up their home to a lot of people, like my nieces and nephews, like friends, when they got put out their homes and stuff like that. And I just know because those kids didn't have no place to go. And that's the type of family I come from. We give from our heart. God give us too much. And when you give from your heart and you do from your, that's why you can sit here and be strong. And that's why I can tell you, you're going to get up and you're going to rise and you're going to find that purpose that you are destined for. Don't you ever give up on yourself. Never. If anybody wants to leave your presence that you work so hard for, Let them go. You God's child. You don't need nobody interrupting your space. You just remember what you have. We always look at what we don't have, but look at what you do have. And then think about how worse it can be. Now think about them and how they're going to try to make it. Let them go think about their 20%. Because your 80% is 100% from God. And you don't need nobody to interrupt your space, especially when you get from your heart. You think you stuck at a job? No, you're not stuck at a job. You choose to be stuck at a job, but you're not stuck at a job. You could quit your job anytime you want. You sitting there being mad. Why be mad to go to work? Think about the people that don't have a job, can't get a job. You have a job, but you're mad. Yeah, maybe it's not where you want to be. Use that energy to focus, to get better, to be better. Find different ways. Go to school. Trust me, hustle hard as you can. It's going to pay off. Can you ever think about a time where you worked so hard to get something and you got it and how great it felt? Have you ever seen somebody that you thought was A+, A1, and then you see them later, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. You left a job and you're like, oh my gosh, if I never left that job, if they never fired me, I would never be here. I would never got this job. Just know that you can be better. Clean out your heart. Clean the garbage out. Do not get mistreated. If nobody can respect you, respect yourself. Because if they disrespecting you, that's because you allowing them to disrespect you. And you need to ask yourself the question, when am I going to stop allowing someone to disrespect me? When am I going to have enough of it? They may be giving you money, they may be paying half of the rent, but guess what? Have faith. Have faith in yourself. You don't need nobody to disrespect you, to help you. But you're not going to get help if you have that toxic person or you're just being stuck at a job that you're not going to get. You got to grow. You got to grow. Don't be stagnant. Push yourself. And I know it's difficult. And I'm not telling you something that I haven't did myself. I know it's difficult. I seen my grandmother do it. I seen all my aunts do it. I seen my sisters do it. I'm doing it. And you know what I said? If I could do it, you can do it. I'm no better than you. So I know you can do it. That's why I'm here to tell you and encourage you. You can do this. You got this. You really do. You really do. Believe it. Tell yourself every day, I got this, I got this, I got this. If you gotta file bankruptcy, so what? File it. That's what it's there for. Don't be scared to ask for help. Humble yourself enough to know that you need help. Because when you humble yourself, the universe sees that you're humble and you come in there with a pure heart and you will receive the help that you need. But if you go in there with a dirty heart, guess what? You're not going to get what you want. If my heart can believe it and my mind could achieve it, I could get anything I want. But you got to create it. You got to believe in it. Some people are stuck in a relationship because they think the person loved them. No, they don't love them. They just using you because you got money. And you too scared to walk out on your own. Or you stuck in a relationship because you think that you can't do better. Or you was in a relationship and had better, but too naive to go back and say, you know what, I'm sorry. But you don't need nobody to be good, to have your own. All you need is yourself. Because you're good by yourself. That's why you were born by yourself. Unless you have a twin. I don't know how that works. If you have a twin or you had triplets and stuff like that. I don't know. If y'all know, let me know. I don't know. But I think you probably was born like one at a time, so I guess. Maybe. See, some stuff I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm joking, but I'm not. I really don't know. But I know you don't need nobody, just need yourself. Believe in yourself. Just believe, and all things will happen. You may be damaged. You may be broken. You may be shattered. But all things are fixable. Let's heal in the spirit and be the light that I know you can be. Stay blessed.
This has been another episode of Found Purpose. Remember, your spirit is never too broken, shattered, or damaged where it can't be fixed. Put God first and everything is fixable. Let's start healing in the spirit.